it's not only going to be happening with Matt, it's going to be happening with all the advisory committees in the county. You know, so we can sit you through your training. Hopefully this will be, as the boards change and we do things each year, we can do that. Because the Brown Act is something you've got to be educated on. So that training will be happening on August 24th. And we'll be working on that. You know, just simple things as public input. There should be no comment back and forth. The only person should be addressing should be the chair. So when you go to the Board of Supervisors and give public input, don't think that we're not listening. We're not to engage in conversation and public input. The only person who should be responding to you would be the chair of the board in public input. So if you stand there and you say something and you're expecting something back, we're not supposed to talk back to you on public input. Public input for something that's not on the agenda. So when you stand up and talk about stuff on the agenda, it really shouldn't be recognized by the board because it's already on the agenda. If you want to talk about it, you talk about it when it's on the agenda. Public input is for what's not on the agenda. So that whole training is going to happen. I think that's good. I've got no problem being on the agenda. I'd rather not be under public input as we move forward. I'm here anyway, almost every meeting. And if there's issues, I do my best to try and address them. And so that's what I'll always do. As everything else, there's going to be people that are happy and mad about every decision that I make or the board makes. And that's just the way it is. And I know what I've signed up for, so make myself available on all those issues and just keep moving forward with things. To talk about what Linda was talking about is the elevation. What that is a little bit a part of is FEMA is redoing everything. They're doing an audit of the area. It's been happening for 4 years now. We're working diligently to try and get them to spit that out for Anderson Springs and other places. But that is part of what they're doing in our area. So that is, there's a whole big thing going on with FEMA that we've got to provide that information for water resources. If you don't know, our water resources person, David Cowan, has left us this month. It was kind of abrupt, but he gave us a 2-week notice and he's gone. At this point, we have placed Scott DeLeon as the interim water resources director. You know, Scott loves us. But he is doing that while we can recruit. So we appointed him last week and we'll be moving forward with that. You know, David, it wasn't a thing of money or anything. He was from Texas and just couldn't fall in love with California. So we went back to Texas. So just want to let you know that we're in a transition for water resources. If you watch the budget hearings and other things too, we've made some decisions. There will probably be some tough decisions coming up in the future. There will be some consolidation and other things, which you asked me about Fletcher isn't to happen, but there may be in some other spots. So we're working diligently to make sure that we move forward to hopefully help serve the community the best that we can under the budget we have. We are making some good decisions, I think. As you guys know, we sold the Hotel Castle for about $2.5 million. We put that in the budget stabilization part of our budget so we could do some raises and other things to get people paid, be able to recruit and retain people. And we're working through that stuff slowly but surely. So those things are all going on. And obviously, as you guys know, there's a million different projects happening. Lots of things being happening. We have a couple of deals coming up that we'll be dealing with at the board level. And we'll just keep moving on. Issues come up every day, and what we'll do is we try and address those things and just keep moving forward. So for public input, that's about what I have today. If there are specific issues I'd like to get on the agenda so we can address those, bring the right folks. I know because I'm the District 1 Supervisor, most people think I know how everything works and I have all the answers. I don't. We have great directors. If it's a public works, if it's a water resources, we have folks that are diving into this stuff every day, special districts. We can get them here to answer the questions and really address your guys' issues as they come forward. So what we're trying to do as we move forward. I'm here every month, and I really do try and make myself available. I'll tell you, there's not enough time in the day, but this community I love. I hope you know that. The house dedications that we're doing now, I think we're about to hit 30 homes. Moke City, the Cow Home program, and all those things. That's pretty neat. And for folks that wouldn't have had a home, and that's ultimately what we want to do. Help somebody that's less fortunate than you, and that's the great thing about the job and having the opportunity. One other thing, please spread the word. For the Cow Home program that we have for Hammers for Hope, there's about $2.5 million left. It is a low-income housing thing. You have to make under $33,000 a year if you're single. I think the family's about 45. But we want to spend that money here locally. and we have to give it back by January. If we don't, you know someone who owns property that burned in any of the fires around here, is either married or single, that kind of are in that economic bracket, please let us know. Send them to us. They go to the Calhoun website, and then you also have TLC, Hope City, everything else. You know, Catholic Charities. There's all kinds of stuff out there to help people. And you know, me and Boris were on TLC when it started. Boris was the president, and I was the vice chair, and I'm still there. I don't get to make all the meetings now, but the work that they do is just phenomenal. So that's what I have tonight. And I'm just going to report on a bunch of things because it's just on the public input.
As much as